Alright guys, welcome to the Porsche 992.1 Turbo S review. We are in the safest spot that I know to launch a car. This is the only area in this entire review I'm going to be able to get anywhere near to the limits of this car because it's way too fast for public roads. We've got farms on both sides and no driveways. Let's go ahead and check this out. I'm not going to do full launch control, but I'm going to take it from about 0 to 120 just so you can get the vibe. This car does 60 in 2.3 seconds. Car and Driver even did it in 2.2 with the lightweight package, which this one does not have. It's a 3,600 pound car, but it's got 640 horsepower. You ready to check it out? Now I'm gonna leave it in Sport Plus mode, just so you know. I'm not gonna shift it, so let's see what she does. And there you go. That is literally 120, and you get there that fast. Just unreal how much performance this car has. Is it too much for the street? Honestly, guys, yes. What's up, guys? We are back in the Driven HQ, and welcome to Driven Productions. My name is Adam. We are here. If you don't know anything about my channel, we built this garage in 2023, and we've been shooting content out of here ever since. Now, you are looking at a 992.1 911 Turbo S. The .2 has not quite been released yet, but it is coming. This is absolutely one of the all-time greatest cars Porsche's ever made. It's definitely top of the heap. You can see I still have my door open, which is why the lights are on. We'll keep it open because I think it looks really cool with the front lights on. But guys, this is 640 horsepower of just straight up awesome. It's got 570 plus foot-pounds of torque. Actually, it's got 590 foot-pounds of torque. I mean, ridiculous amounts of power. 3.7 liter, flat six, twin turbo, all-wheel drive, just ridiculous. This one has all the goodies too. It's got the blacked out sport design package. You can see here, you can't even tell, but this has actually got little cut in. You got PDLS Plus headlights, the Matrix design headlights. They follow you at night, they're super cool. It's got PCCB brakes, which you can't see with these aftermarket wheels. It's got all this in carbon fiber window trims, carbon fiber roof. Check it out. Blacked out sport package back here, exclusive design tail lights, blacked out badging. Really, really nice, guys. Dig the look of this car. You also have the turbo badge on the side here, which you can delete or get two other options on the configurator. I will tell you, this one has all the goodies. This is probably sitting around 280,000 MSRP. This has the two-tone exclusive design manufacturer interior. And you can actually see that right there. See it? And you get the Porsche crest in the seat. You get the color contrast stitching. It's absolutely beautiful, guys. This is got the Burmester sound system. That's a 4,000 plus upgrade. And when you go with this package, you can see all this is stitched in leather. That's usually an upgrade. All of this is stitched in leather. That's usually an upgrade. So you do get something for your money with that package. The whole roof is Alcantara. And I want to go in the inside and show you a little bit about the changes between this and the previous Turbo S. All right, if you're not familiar with the old Turbo S, they used to have basically a multi-cluster of information. So you had your RPMs on the left, you had your speed on the right, and you had one little screen here. You did have a screen here, it was much smaller, but this is very much upgraded in a lot of ways. But in some ways, I could argue it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. For example, there's no inserting of the key. However, I still like that Porsche did this. So you still have the ability to interact with your car through that. You can keep your key in your pocket, which is nice. On my Spider RS, I constantly have to insert the key. Yeah, it's fun. It's got a sense of a theater to it, but this is still all the benefits of the key without any of the negatives, right? Now, I will say everything in this car feels wonderful. The steering wheel feeling, the leather quality, every single button has tactility to it. It has this little kind of cut-in diamond pattern to everything, so it's easy to grip. Everything has a nice click. It's really an ASMR delight. I mean, literally everything that you touch just has a fantastic feeling. Every single button, you know when you've engaged it, whether it's manual or park or whether you're shifting the electric shaver here. Everything feels good. You have a little bit more screen technology down here. Everything's lit up. You can see the light design package as well. This right here is the carbon fiber trim inlay. Also goes through here as well. It's got a nice texture to it. Just a really, really quality interior, guys. And you can get all this stuff in leather and just keep going crazy with it, you know, but in the end of the day, I think that this is one of the absolute best places. And frankly, it's an easy car to daily drive. It's comfortable. It's got all the creature comforts, great sound system, great AC, great heat, it's a comfortable seat. These are 18-way seats. If you don't know what an 18-way seat means, it means it allows you to adjust the bolster out to take all the pressure off your lower back. You can adjust these right here to tighten it up, or if you're a bigger guy, loosen it up. You could also adjust your bolster here, and you've got your ability to go up, down, and you got your ability to rock the seat forwards and backwards. It's 18-way adjustable. They're some of the best seats in the absolute game. And you also still have your back seats. Now, I understand that if you got kids and whatnot, you're gonna have to be pretty small. You can see I could fit back there if I absolutely had to, but for the most part, you're not gonna wanna take your kids back there if they're, you know, maybe over 9 or 10 years old. But you could, if in a pinch, do that. And just look at this, guys. Everything is just stitched, even the stitch line down here. I mean, they really do a great job. The Burmester sound system has that nice aluminum plate on it. Everywhere you interact with it, everything just feels metal and high quality. And you can see here, they even have a carbon fiber piece in there. They didn't have to do that, but they did. And again, the attention to detail on these cars is fantastic. Now, you're paying for it, don't get me wrong. So let me show you the front trunk and the engine so you can get some color there. And a couple of other things I do want to point out. You can see even the carpets on this car are red. This also has the aluminum pedals, which is an upgrade. First of all, check out the glorious 3.7 liter engine in all of its splendor. I am being sarcastic because you can't see absolutely anything. This is literally all they give you. So you can put your oil in here, and you just got some areas to put fluids, and you got your fans, but everything is well tucked in under there. Keep in mind, this is a rear wheel drive car. People still tell me to this day what that means. This is your axle, so the engine is here back. The flat six starts here, goes right here. It's all rear engine bias. In the Spider, for example, the engine starts here and goes there. So it's mid-engine platform, okay? And then if you have your Corvette, here's your axle, front engine, right? Now technically it's front to mid-engine, which is why those cars are so good. Now you do have your ability to open it right here on the left, okay? You got plenty of space to have some nice overnight bags. It's what makes these cars so practical. You can actually use it. If you get a GT3 RS, you lose all the front trunks, and that kind of sucks. So really, this is one of those cars that people say it's a supercar when you want it, and it's a daily driver when you don't, and that's what makes them very nice to live with. I'm gonna come back here real quick and show you the angle from the rear. The wide haunches looks fantastic. I love the light bar carrying through there on the back. Really sharp looking car, guys. These are aftermarket wheels, guys. He went with PS4 tires. These are, I think, 325 tires. So very, very fat tires on the rear. On the front, I believe these are 285s. All right, guys, welcome to the 992.1 Porsche 911 Turbo S POV Drive. Now, it's a chilly day today. Got about 50 degrees. It is beautiful, it's sunny, but we're not gonna be able to do anything that this car is fully capable of on the street today, okay? And I do not encourage anybody to take their 911 Turbo S and go romping around on public streets unless it's in very controlled environment and or conditions like we're gonna do today, being on some very back roads in Tennessee. I will say this car has a Boost Logic exhaust, and so this is not a standard exhaust. In fact, I don't even have the valves open. I mean, this thing is very loud, and it's definitely louder than stock exhaust. Now, one of the negatives of the 992 stock exhaust is that it has gas particulate filters, and so it really does kind of, this is not as rowdy and crazy sounding as some of the previous Turbo S models. You know, guys, this is one of the easiest cars that's a supercar to daily drive. The PDK transmission, it's an 8-speed in this car. It's always in a gear. It shifts so smooth. It's so GT from the point of view that it's just grand touring, but at the same time, it's also sport when you want it. And all you have to do is go to this little drive mode selector, move it over into Sport Plus, give it a little bit of fuel, and then it is race car all day, every day. And you could shift it here. Now remember, you can't shift it here anymore. They've gotten rid of that. Again, a little bit of a negative, but these do feel really nice. They're pretty small, but they have a nice like metal feeling to them, right? If you do want to make sure that you have manual mode, you need to go ahead and push the M button right down there, and then that'll make sure that it stays in manual mode. Otherwise, Sport Plus is going to do all the shifting for you. And let me tell you, it really, really works well, guys. If you're on a track, most people are just going to put it in Sport Plus because it will go ahead and make sure that you're always in the optimal band. Now you can see here, I am barely, and I literally mean barely, laying into this car, guys. I'm talking about maybe 30% throttle there. This is just one of those really, really fast cars that you gotta be a very adult driver, frankly, to be able to enjoy this car on the street, because you got 640 horsepower. And so whenever you lay into that throttle, this car is gonna hook because it's all-wheel drive, and it's gonna put all the power down. And let me tell you, it is very, very capable. This is, in more or less more cases, faster than even a GT3 RS. Now, would a GT3 RS lay down a faster lap time? Absolutely. But on the street, because you have all that 590 foot-pounds of torque, this car is just faster all the time. You know, from 2,000 RPMs, you're getting really good torque. I mean, I am literally short shifting it right now. And it just destroys these roads. I mean, it's just it's effortless. I mean, that right there was full throttle for 1 second. And you feel the turbos boosting, and you feel all that power, and my God, does this car just sink, and you are gone. Is it fun on the street? Yes, it's absolutely incredible. It's just very, very capable. It's one of those cars that you really need to go to the track to exploit it. Having said that, would you take your Turbo S to the track, you know, a 3,600-pound vehicle? I honestly don't know if I would. If I'm gonna go to the track in my $280,000 911, I don't know. I'm not saying I wouldn't, but if I had enough money, yeah. But I probably have enough money at that point to have a cup car or at least a GT3 in the stable. And then I would take that, of course. I mean, look at that. I am short shifting it, and the 40 to 80 pulls just like this. And I'm not even laying in full throttle, guys. So is it a blast on the street? Hell yeah. It's so exotic. And it's so much fun to drive. It's just, you never really are giving it full throttle because you just really never need to. It's very, very difficult to full throttle a car like this. And, you know, it is what it is. All right, now that we've gone and done some fun roads, let's go ahead and put it off of Sport Plus and put it back to normal. And let me show you how this car transforms, right? So now, I'm just gonna shut up. Listen to how quiet it is. I'm hearing something rattle in this car, but it's not the car. I mean, the door is solid, the seats are solid, everything feels solid and well engineered. But now you've got a very easy to drive, dailyable car. And so you get all that freak in the sheets when you want it, and then you get just nice, livable, go to work, put the music on, chill out car. And gosh, it just nails and checks those boxes so well. You know, I mean, I could literally sit back here, I could put some tunes on. Now this one doesn't have a sunroof. I would have spec'd mine with a sunroof. I'm a sucker for that. I like to, you know, feel some fresh air on a nice day. We would not have it open on a day like today, but yesterday we absolutely would have. It was beautiful. And just enjoying it, man. I mean, look at it. It's 57 miles an hour. We're in 8th gear. You're getting great fuel economy now. You're probably going to get mid-20s or at least low 20s when you're just buttering it along in top gear. It's fantastic, guys. I mean, really, in the end of the day, this is just the do-all sports car. You know, I mean, gosh, it doesn't beat you up. There's not a lot of road noise, wind noise. It's got the extra glass, you know, the sound dampening. You know, it's just fantastic, guys. It really is a great daily driver. And the seats, you know, these aren't cup seats. You can spec yours with the sport bucket seats. Don't necessarily recommend it, but in the end of the day, this thing is just very, easy to live with, and daily. I will say, if you clicked on this review because I put Boost Logic Turbo S exhaust in the tag, the SEO tags, then I will tell you just a little bit about this exhaust from my perspective, okay? Overall, especially if you want to shift it yourself, you can get rid of the drone, but if you are in certain RPMs, like, listen to that. It has a little bit of a drone to it. It's not annoying, but you definitely know it doesn't just go quiet on you, right? Whereas this car in 8th gear will go quiet on you when you're in stock form. All right, guys, I thought I would take the car onto the highway for you, which is about the only way most people are going to interact with this car, right? I mean, again, I'm short shifting it. It's just so much performance. And then you're just catching up to the next guy. I'm short shifting it. I'm not full throttling it. You know, is it fun? Hell yeah, it's fun. It's freaking amazing, guys, but it's just a lot of performance, you know? Is it great? Yeah, it is. All right, let's check it out here with normal mode. Let's see how she sounds on the highway just from cruising, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and take it off manual mode, let her upshift to 8, and then just feel the car. Okay, so here we are. We're at 75. Let's go ahead and put on cruise control. Okay, cruise control set. So basically all you do is push, you'll figure it out, it's pretty intuitive. It's this knob right here. All right, I mean, again, 76, she really doesn't drone much, she doesn't sound that loud. It's comfortable, it's fairly quiet. This is a very, very amazing dual personality car, right? I mean, because here's the crazy part, right? Let's say you want to have a little bit of fun, right? Go ahead and put your foot on the brake, do this, manual mode, downshift, and then you're gone. I mean, you are like, let's go. And there's nobody that's going to keep up with you in this car. I mean, it's like laughable, you know? I mean, you would have to have a Tesla Model S Plaid to be able to keep up with this car on the highway, or really on the street. Because the reality is that, man, I will say though, on some of those bumps, you feel those 22s and those 21s. The suspension's not the issue. In that situation, it's those big wheels. They do just transfer a lot of the feeling of the road. It's so easy to get up to 100 miles an hour. I mean, god dang, it's like 2-3 seconds on that fuel. Ugh. Boy, I'm feeling those 22s and 21s right now, I'll tell you that. Not a big deal on the street, but when you go over some of these overpasses, like on 840, it's pretty terrible. Well, guys, I wanted to just take a minute to thank you for watching our Turbo S review. We really love making content like this, and we really appreciate you watching. If anybody enjoyed this review, please like it and share it with a friend. It really helps the algorithm. If you don't like it and watch it at least a couple of minutes, it's not going to be shared with anybody else, and these things just go to die. I really love the car though, guys. The only thing I would not do, obviously, is these aftermarket wheels. It's just the car didn't necessarily need it, but having said that, this is the owner's vibe. I really do like the Boost Logic exhaust. It lightened it up, added a little bit more character to it. Definitely made it more motorsports, no doubt about that. However, is the stock car going to be bad? No, I don't think so. And it's got more than enough power and performance. It's balanced. You know, it's 3,600 pounds. It's really 3,650, but in the end of the day, with 640 horsepower, this thing could be 5,000 pounds. You know, other than the fact that it's going to melt down your tires and whatnot, it's got so much performance, you never really care or feel the weight. So anyway, do I like it? Hell yeah. The only negative is the price. Everybody says that, right? I mean, that's a $280,000 car as she sits, and that's no ADM fee. So if you get to a dealership and they want an extra $20,000, $30,000, you're a $300,000 car all day long. With tax, you're $320,000, $330,000 all day long. It is what it is. Would I buy one? Heck yeah, man. If I had the money and I wanted a do-all daily car, yeah, absolutely. I would totally love the daily one of those. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching. this is it for me, and we will see you on the next one.